And Texas Governor Greg Abbott made headlines last week when he announced plans to construct a security wall at the Texas-Mexico border. The big question, though, who exactly will pay for that wall? News Nation's Marky Martin joining us live from Dallas. Marky, the governor really making several big announcements on his plans to beef up border security.
Yeah, that's right, Nicole. Governor Greg Abbott making that really surprise announcement last week that he wants to build a border wall for Texas. However, specifics on how or even when he plans to erect that project, specifically when it comes to the financials of it, have yet to be seen. However, this morning, a sneak peek.
I will announce next week the plan for the state of Texas to begin building the border wall in the state of Texas.
From his border summit in Del Rio, Texas last week, Governor Greg Abbott vaguely vowing he would finish what President Trump started. Abbott repeatedly alluding to providing a detailed plan later this week. And on Tuesday morning, a podcast dropped on the Republican politics show, Ruthless.
When I do make the announcement later on this week, I will also be providing a link that you can click on and go to for everybody in the United States or in really everybody in the entire world who wants to help Texas build a border wall. There will be a place on there where they can contribute to Texas building the border wall.
Crowdfunding appearing to be at least part of the plan to build a Texas-Mexico barrier, and it wouldn't be the first attempt to do so.
I don't think that should be a privately financed wall. I don't think it's too complex. It's too big.
In one of his final acts in office, President Donald Trump pardoning his former advisor, Steve Bannon, who was charged with allegedly defrauding donors into giving more than $25 million to build fencing along South Texas. Governor Abbott's new efforts met with questions from critics and legal experts.
When you're dealing with issues of crossing between borders, that's a federal issue.
His press conference today was political theater.
But also support, like from Texas ranch owner John Paul Schuster.
They're trying to walk around the checkpoints and then catch the rides again.
Who says he supports Abbott's proposals, which also include arrests and jail time for migrants who cross the border illegally. And just within the past half hour here, the press office of former President Donald Trump telling me that Trump has accepted the offer and the invitation from Governor Greg Abbott to visit the southern border wall. So they will make that trip together jointly, and that trip will be on June 30th. Nicole.
All right, Marky Martin live tonight in Dallas. Thank you.